Book of Heaven, Volume 20, February 16, 1927. How the Fiat places everything in communication wherever it reigns. Example of the spouses. The operating of the divine will is the fullness of the acts and the triumph of the divine act in the human. I was going around in the whole creation to bring all created things together with me before the Supreme Majesty, as homages, praises, adorations, because they are the works of his creative hands, worthy of he alone who had created them, for they are animated by his divine will. But while I was doing this, I thought to myself, created things do not move. They stay in their place. They do not come with me. So it is useless to say that I bring them together with me, because they do not come. But while I was thinking of this, my sweet Jesus came out from within my interior, and at the same time he showed me my little soul, having many rays centralized within itself, which maintained the communication with each created thing, in such a way that they were in communication with me and I with them. But the principal point of origin from which these rays started was God, who maintained the communications with everyone and with everything. And my lovable Jesus told me,
"My daughter, wherever my will reigns with its light, which no one can resist because it is immense and penetrating, it places everything in communication. Each ray starts from the divine center, in which my will has its principal dwelling. The rays are nothing other than the acts which the divine Fiat issues from itself, by which, investing each created thing, it forms its life and as many secondary dwellings in each one of them. Now it is a natural thing that, for the soul in whom my will reigns, as she forms her acts in my volition, all created things receive the communication of that act by virtue of the light that unites them, and along the flight of that same light, they unite together in order to follow the act that the soul in whom my will reigns does. In fact, one is the will that they possess, one is the strength, therefore one is the act they want to do. It is my will itself that moves everything, and makes the act of one act of all. Therefore, be certain that even though created things remain at their place, they all follow you. My will itself puts them on the way to you, so that you may not be alone, but all of them may accompany you. It happens as in a wedding. The bride and the groom walk in the front by themselves, but behind them comes their retinue in great number of those who are invited. You are the bride with whom my will wanted to form its royal wedding. It wanted to knock down the division, the obstacles which existed between you and itself, in order to form the happiest couple which has ever existed. So these are days of celebration for you and for it. Your acts, animated by the divine Fiat, are continuous invitations that you make to all the things come out of our creative hands. Therefore, your invitation is extremely vast, nor is there anyone who can do without accepting, because it is a divine will that calls all of its works to its banquet, excluding not even my celestial Mama, and all feel honored and triumphant to attend the wedding and to participate in the nuptial banquet of this supreme will of mine. Therefore, they anxiously await your acts, your invitations, your calls, so as to come and sit at the banquet and celebrate the two spouses. Therefore, you go in the front together with my will before the Supreme Majesty. My works follow you behind. And this happens with justice, because in creating all things, it is to the creature that we gave supremacy over all our works. That is, to the creature in whom our divine Fiat was to reign fully, not to the creature degraded by her will. This one is the last of all, and has no right nor communication, while the creature in whom my will reigns has the right to be the first one to call everyone, and to be followed by everyone. Therefore, the operating in my will is the greatest miracle, and the fullness of all acts united together, and the triumph of the divine act in the human act, because my will was as though sterile in the midst of creatures, and is now made happy by its first daughter, in whom it sees the many births from itself which will come to light. So it will live no more as a sterile mother in the midst of the people, but as a mother fecund with many children. It once was a widow, because in creating the first man, it espoused the human nature, dowering it with the immense riches of its will, as the seal of the marriage melod it formed with man. As he withdrew from it, it remained a widow for many centuries, but now it has removed the mourning of its widowhood, and marrying again has taken on its garments of bride again, and has put out once again its dowries into the field. And the seal of the dowries are the knowledges about it, through which it gives the gift of the riches it possesses. Therefore, my daughter, be attentive in preserving your garments of bride and in enjoying the dominions that my will has given you as dowry.
Thank you for being a part of our community here at Divine Will app. If you enjoy listening to Jesus' lessons on how to live in the divine will, please give this video a thumbs up. Your likes help us reach more souls yearning to live in the kingdom of the divine will. We'd love to hear your thoughts and reflections, so drop a comment below. Your insights not only enrich our community, but also inspire others on their spiritual journey. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel. By joining us, you're helping to spread the news of the kingdom of the divine will, so that together we can bring His kingdom to reign on earth as it is in heaven. In the divine will, always.